Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with part 2 now. This wasn't going to be a two-parter, but it got interrupted in the first part of my play session, so we're going to just continue where we left off here. This is the game Ashen, which is a Soulslike. And we just beat the first boss. And if I remember correctly, I was heading back to town to see if we could do some new crafting, hopefully. Hey, what's up, Unbridled? How's it going? Yeah, man, this just came out last night on PC. It's on the Epic store, and it's also on Xbox One. Yeah, it just kind of like came out of nowhere. I was pretty excited last night. I like it when games that you don't think are like anywhere near done just kind of surprise come out. Alright, I need to jump back over this river. No, it's not necessarily co-op only. Actually, I haven't even seen anyone get the co-op to work correctly. People are trying to figure out how to... You're supposed to be able to set a code here and then set it to multiplayer filter. Both people set it to that code and it's supposed to matchmake you. But I actually haven't seen any online interactions at all or anyone confirm that that works. But instead, the game will give you a AI companion. And yeah, I've been playing it solo this whole time. I'm only about 2 hours in to the game. Except for my AI partner's stuck down there. See, in theory, that partner is supposed to be able to be taken over by like online players. And I haven't seen anyone actually take over and play. Yeah, and it's also on the Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, I'm really liking it so far. Yeah, below looks awesome. I put in a request just like a week ago. Hopefully get a review code sent early, but haven't heard anything back yet. Yeah, that's another one that's been in development for quite a while. Hey, William, what's up?
You claimed a reward from your battle in the Annex. However, I sense a great darkness within it.
I don't know if there's any use of keeping the faceplate. We're just gonna give it.
Once stalked these benighted lands. Now there are but two. I'm sure that Amara will make good use of a coat.
Anything on the story I could give you? I don't really. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. I'm not a story kind of guy. There was one cool moment. I'm more into like visual storytelling. There was a very cool moment where we met this giant like snake lady. And that was just a cool moment. And stuff like that stands out more than just this these monologues from people. That doesn't do much for me. So I can't really touch on the story. Okay, so finally we can upgrade our weapons. Alright. What does this cost? Just currency? These have to cost more than just currency eventually. That's too easy. You just farm up and max out a weapon then. Man, that really improves that axe. Just upgrade both of these. So even though it seems like it just takes currency to craft better upgrades, it seems like it increases quite a bit. Like it went from 500 to 4,500 for the next level, so that seems about right. Yeah, I'm like still just getting the systems of the game. I'm about 2 hours in. I'm not sure how long this game is. There's one other element that we haven't unlocked either. I've been unlocking some kind of these talismans, and I've yet to be able to like equip any. Even though I'm pretty sure it said I've unlocked a few.
In the dark, it was better to be alone. Easier to hide. In the light, there's safety in numbers.
Been a long time since I could call any place.
As the light washes the ugliness from our world, the desperate shadows grow more dangerous. Akoto was one such shadow. His faceplate remains drenched in... You cannot fight the shadows without my help. Only I can draw the light from your
Okay, so she's giving me a talisman.
Take it.
Okay. Like I was just saying, we're just finally now getting all the systems of the game. So you need currency just to equip it. I do have some of these pouches. What the heck just happened? I have no idea what just happened, guys. That was very strange. So these are like different buffs we can take on. Guess we might as well just equip all four. Why is it doing that? Yeah, the dialogue so far is not great.
Geffen, when I protect.
Everything else has been really good. Alright. Now we just need to get 10k to put that on, whatever that does. That's quite expensive. Yeah, we're so strong now. What do you mean by that, combining two items?
By the light, that I should thank you. The smell will dissipate once the glue hardens. As soon as it does.
Alright, so you do get stat points if you see at the top left there for doing quests. So you don't traditionally level up. You get stats by completing quests and also by exploring. There's like these feathers you can find that increase either your health or stamina. So it encourages you to look around, which is a pretty cool system. Reminds you of Absolver. Yeah, it looks just like Absolver. I prefer the combat in pretty much every aspect of this game over Absolver, though. It does share a similar art style, yeah. Yeah, Valesco, I don't know. I haven't heard anybody have any luck with the co-op yet, which is kind of sad. Has anyone tried to like contact maybe the dev on Twitter or something? I haven't had time to mess with any kind of co-op stuff. I've just a lot of people have been asking.
Cover the heart of Lothyrus? Then you must travel. The Whispers would be a good place to start.
A release date? This is out now on PC on the Epic Store and already out on Xbox One.
She sundered the heart. The road to the Whispers has been blocked by listeners loyal to the matriarch. We must find a way. There is a new arrival in the stormed ruins. She is from the Whispers. When you meet her, you will realize why she was so easy.
That voice actor sounds familiar. He sounds like Ulbrich from Octopath Traveler. So yeah, the currency in this game seems like the core element to expand everything instead of like crafting materials. Yeah, I don't know, I was just using these items that are supposed to grant you the currency. And it was like sending me back to the beacon or whatever. Yeah, kind of like that item you're referring to, but I wasn't using that. It's almost like I was getting like disconnected from the online and reconnected from the online. The frame rate on PC is very good. Before I had the frame rate unlocked, before I was streaming, I was averaging about 150. I now have it locked to 60 FPS while I'm streaming. But yeah, it runs like silky smooth. I think I can jump that. Yep. Except for right there, you see it kind of chugged. When you transition to different areas, I think that's mostly just loading, but it does chug the frame rate. That's about the only time that happens. Yeah, the item to send me back to the like checkpoint are these here, these little skeleton dudes. I should probably actually unequip those so I don't accidentally do it. Oops, one of those. I wanted to try to kill one. Nah. Stop moving. Oh, what? Aiming is super sensitive. We're just gonna run him down. Oh, they do drop stuff. There you go. Oh yeah, I forgot we had that heal over time mushroom. I haven't actually used one of those yet. There is a way to co-op, in theory. I haven't heard anyone be able to get it to work correctly yet. This would be very fun co-op if it worked, you know, correctly.
The pass is impassable, so this is the only way. And the tribe's stuck on the other side, getting trumped on by some big listener boots.
Yeah, it's really hard to aim on a controller with that spear aiming. You can also play this with keyboard and mouse.
The pass is all bunged up by a listener called Gowron. See? Me, Granny?
Hopefully there wasn't more up there. I doubt it. New hammer. I'm not sure what that thing that says new. Oh, it went away. Something said new on our map there, and it went away. Yeah, so far there's pretty much a heavy style weapon and then these lighter ones. They don't vary that much yet. A lot of axes and hammer. I have not found anything like a sword yet. But yeah, I'll use this faster one for a little bit. Whoa. This place looks cool. We're supposed to go back to our base. I don't think there's a way to fast travel. Yeah, I don't see a fast travel. We are gonna have to go back though before we head on. For some reason it wasn't putting a quest icon where this is supposed to go. Oh, now it does. Oh, it doesn't if you're in a different region? That's strange. Oh, we missed that up there. This does look great. Is that because of the palette? Or was that accidental? Help me up, dude. No, this isn't early access, it's just out. A real video game. I know, isn't it strange this day and age where a game just like comes out and it's a game? Yeah, I assumed that was a pun. That was a good one. Alright, dude. Come on. Wait, can we do it from the ground? Nope. Well, looks like we're not getting up there that way. Backpack is full. I haven't seen any kind of storage. I guess we don't need these old robes. Of course. I haven't seen any kind of like salvage, so I don't know if just dropping these is the correct thing to do or not. Yep, not that. There's definitely storage. We're at. Ouch. Give it a bit. Yeah, this game is very slow at doling out its core systems, I've noticed. Yeah, our town like keeps expanding the more people we get.
It seems as though Isla's aims align with ours, at least for the time being. Some lively company will make it easier to bear the
Did I figure out how to
gravity.
craft? I figured out how to, yeah, pretty much craft. It's you can like upgrade your weapons, and also I figured out how to equip the talismans. Didn't really figure out. I just had to get to a certain part in the quest line. I always find it odd when they give you, they start giving you items that you can't use yet. Like I was getting those talismans like an hour ago, and I was like, well, where do you use them? And the game hadn't taught me how to use them or let me use them yet. But now we have storage. Good timing. Perfect timing.
When my daughter, Ishra, was stolen, I left my home in Lethyrus in search of her.
Yeah, Tyler,
has
the
changed.
storage just unlocked, like, now.
It was Geffen
For
who
me,
drew
having
me
that,
up out
that
of the water.
lady I just found returned to town. A lot more jumping than your traditional Souls game. I don't think that's actually the way you're supposed to do this. I don't see how else you do it, though. Yeah, no, you can't sprint up that. Nope. Yeah, right after beating that, the very first real boss, you unlock the ability to then upgrade your weapons and those talismans. So yeah, we went from 0 things equipped to all of them equipped. That's how many you were given, like, before you even have access to that system, which is odd. What other game did that? Can't remember. Maybe it was like Horizon Zero Dawn or something. For like hours, it's like giving you this very specific type of crafting stuff you keep collecting, and it's yet to like even introduce the crafting yet. I don't think it was Horizon Zero Dawn, it was something else. It's like, why do I care about crafting these craftable items when you haven't taught me the crafting system yet? Only I had a horse. Ouch. No, I haven't figured out multiplayer yet. Yeah, I fought one boss so far. Still trying to find a corb. Hunt a corb. Yeah, the first boss was pretty good. Like for a first boss, I thought it was a little odd because they use a lot of... You pretty much have to use your lantern, and it uses a lot of like a darkness light mechanic. Where it's just like hard to see, you can't have like a shield if you're a person that likes to have a shield. Because you have to have your lantern out. I mean, it was interesting for a first fight, but it felt like one of those fights that should be maybe more in like the middle of the game when you're starting to tool around with like visibility and light and stuff. Maybe not for your first fight, first boss. Yeah, you can jump very far horizontally, just not vertically. It's like 3 of those little darts we found in a row. Maybe we should actually use them. What do they even do? Oh, it's a crafting material. Oh, there is crafting materials, okay. I thought those were little throwable daggers I wasn't using. Can't tell if that's game or out of bounds. Doesn't seem like it wants us up there. Whoa. Oh, that was a corb. So I haven't figured out what these guys are yet. I found quite a few of these. You can't like do anything with them yet, I don't think. Find the rod and stone. A mix of Just Cause and Dark Souls. Not quite, but let's see what you're going for. Maybe if this had like a grappling hook and a parachute, I'll give it to you. Is this a beta? No, this is full release, just came out yesterday. Yeah, Dark Souls Breath of the Wild, that's a decent comparison. The way that you interact with the terrain and kind of have a little more freedom to get on stuff and jump around is a little more open than the traditional Souls-like. It might be cool actually if this had the Breath of the Wild style stamina-based climbing. I mean, I like this jump. Just this jump is bad. As far as guiding you along, it's a mix between a traditional video game with a map and like side quests and markers with pretty much everything else a Souls-like. So over here I have side quests and they tell me exactly what to do, where I need to go. But that's actually how you level up in the game, is by doing these side quests. You can see their character level. So that's the only way you actually gain, like progress your character, is by quests. You don't just level up on your own. No, you can't two-hand weapons, but I do have a two-hand weapon. But, yeah, you can't, like, two-hand a one-handed. I did not think it would let us do that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure they'll probably do patches. I'm not sure how much they're gonna like update or maybe add stuff. The only tweaks I would like to see fixed are two things. The first of all, the multiplayer. I'm not sure if it's working at all, but it needs to be easier to know if it's working and play with friends, because this would be a really good co-op game. And at the moment, everybody's a little wishy-washy on if they can even play the game in co-op right now. I haven't heard anyone confirm that it's working. The second thing is just a really minor adjustment that they could really fix easily is when you're locked onto an enemy and you do a dash attack, or actually if you sprint at all, it unlocks you from the target. Because I like to do sprinting attacks a lot, and kind of annoying. That's a minor complaint. But the co-op thing is a real complaint that needs to be fixed. I feel like I'm missing like 12 little items right here. So many routes. No, this is on PC as well as Xbox. You can get it from the Epic store, which just came out. You know that thing you gotta click on for everybody to play Fortnite? Oh wow, they hit hard. I'll show you what I was talking about. See, I'm locked on here. If I sprint at all, unlocked. It's like they purposely made it like that. I'm not sure why. Because I like to use sprinting a lot in battle. But to be fair, I usually don't use lock-on in Souls-like games. I don't know why I'm using it as much as I am in this one. Other than that, it's actually a pretty good lock-on system where you don't feel like it's hindering your ability to aim or move correctly. It's like a loose lock-on. Oh, what? Didn't get the heal off. Oh, there's a death. I got locked into the, you know when it like registers like multiple inputs? And like, because it registered multiple inputs, you keep pressing the wrong button. It's like, I want to roll, and then I roll twice, and it's like, oh, I don't want to roll, and now I hit with an attack. Now, what about armors, helmets? There's only an armor slot. And then you have these talismans you can equip as well, which are kind of like little buffs. They're like ring slots, kind of. And how did I get over this wall? I definitely didn't go this way. I just want to get my currency back before I lose it. Looks like we can't get there this way. No, you can't wear a helmet. There's no helmet slot. There might be some chest armors that also incorporate a helmet in some way, but no helmet slot. Just trying to remember how I got over this wall. There we go. So I died somewhere around here. A strategically placed, doubled back, dead end item. Somebody paid attention during the level design course. Can't see the item, can't see the item. Oh, dead end. Item. Alright, we still haven't found this rod or the stone. I keep getting sidetracked. There's just so many places to look around for stuff in this. Somewhat overwhelming with the looking around. Like in an actual Dark Souls or Bloodborne game, the levels are a little more straightforward. So far, these are pretty much just big circles. Or like a big open circle area to big open circle area. Where it's harder to gauge where exactly you've been. Yeah, I don't think the multiplayer is working at all. I haven't had a real human enter my game at all this whole time. Okay, so there's one of the items we need. No, I haven't seen any enemies really drop any gear. Enemies don't really drop stuff very often. When it is, it's like a healing item or something. My second piece of armor. It's a little better. Hey, there we go. Just like I was speculating. Some armor does have a hood or helmet. It's just not its own separate slot. There you go. You don't have to see my old man white hair. Yeah, Fallout 3 was my favorite as well. Yeah, the combat feels good. It's not terribly deep. It's actually a little more basic than like even the first Dark Souls. Except for it does have like a Bloodborne style charge attack with your heavy attack. But like there's no different animation for backstep attack, there's no different animation for dodge attack. So I found the rod. You can kind of like combo from a light attack into a heavy attack, which I actually need to start doing more because that's pretty effective right there. Light attack, heavy attack. It avoids that slower first hit of the heavy attack. Hey, comment guy. Yeah, actually, I stopped the stream for about an hour and a half or so, and this is kind of like a part 2, just continuing. Oh, our buddy like died. Huh. Why do these guys keep coming? Oh yeah, that light attack to heavy attack. No, so far I was out of stamina there. That was really effective. Oh, there's just the one armor set, Justin. Like we just got this armor here, and this is the first one where it also has like a cosmetic helmet that we also have. But yeah, so far we've just gotten, you know, every single piece of armor is just like, oh, that's flat out better. That one's flat out better. Just kind of going in order. I haven't had to like decide between armor at all. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know if you call that co-op. It's just a AI partner. We don't need them. Can you describe the game in a nutshell? Yeah, if you took the traditional Souls-like formula and combined it with a typical action RPG that has, you know, side quests and you know, a map, and it's more about going around and ticking off those side quests to progress, because that's how you're rewarded with stats. Whereas a actual like Souls-like, you know, there wouldn't be a map. You'd have a little more forward momentum at all times. Yeah, this is like light open world with kind of heading back to town, turning some quests, get some new ones. Yeah, so I guess Dark Souls meets a little bit of like traditional open world game, or say like Breath of the Wild. Yeah, this area specifically is not very colorful. The area we just came from was a little more colorful. It was like a forest environment. We'll be heading back there here soon to turn in a few things. So we do have a lantern, and I haven't found any use for this, but you can actually like set it down. I don't know if it will just permanently stay there forever. Yeah, I'm not sure what the point in that setting the lantern down thing is. What? It's like completely random when you have a co-op person or a fake co-op person. They just kind of appear. And it's not a real player. Real players don't like move like that. Yeah, I don't know. I've yet to see a real player come in. I actually haven't played with mouse and keyboard yet. It controls like 99% fine with the controller. It's the sensitivity on this aiming for your spear is a little weird. Got some weird like acceleration to it or something you can't turn off. So it's a little hard to aim your spear, but that's something you're hardly ever doing. But of course the benefit of a controller, you have, you know, analog movement for a, you know, 3D action game. But also on mouse and keyboard you can attack and also be controlling the camera a little better. I don't think there's a backstab attack at all. Not that I've found. What was that? Hopefully this isn't a boss. We're down to 1 health item. A mini boss. So a real boss would have like a big health bar at the top. This is a mini boss. Or maybe not even. Maybe just the introduction of a new enemy. I don't think they're strong enough for a mini boss. Alright. Pretty much that whole like last half hour, we're just trying to do like one side quest there. That's what I was saying, it's a little more like a traditional open world RPG game like that. Can you parry with the shield? I don't think so. I can't 100% confirm that. It's more of a shield bash. You can also charge it, but if I think it was a parry, you wouldn't do that forward momentum. I think it's just a shield bash. I'll test it. I will test it. Actually, we're test it after I get a checkpoint, or return back to one. Destroy the blockade. Just help remind me, Drippy, after I get back to a resting point. I'll test and see if that actually parries. I'm thinking no. Look at that guy up there. Yeah, comment guy, I'm pretty impressed by it so far. I'm enjoying it. I'm endlessly sidetracked by these little items. It's the opposite way we need to be going. I think this is not a fight situation right now. I mean, open world is a loose term. It's trying to think of what you even call that kind of, like Kingdoms of Amalur. You ever play that game? A lot of those like traditional action RPG games, where it's a big open world. It's just not like what's classified nowadays as an open world. I can show you the map here after I run away. A lot of health items. Cannot resist the glowing cookies. No, I cannot. Alright. We gotta go do this next part of this quest. It's hard to tell your orientation in this. And then we gotta return back to town. I'm out of health. Yeah, your town does upgrade as you get more people sent back to your camp, and you slowly get access to different gameplay systems, like upgrading your weapons, equipping talismans, upgrading your healing item. So yeah, in the town physically, like you'll come back and they'll like be building some new buildings for you. They're like in mid-construction. So it is kind of, every time you go back to town, almost like something's changed a little bit, which is pretty cool. It's kind of a pain so far. I've had to run back to town every time to turn in a quest. I don't think there's any kind of a you know, fast travel or travel from your checkpoint bonfire things. Not that I've found. What game is this? This is Ashen. It's out now on PC on the Epic Store and also on Xbox. I can show the map real quick. See what I mean by semi-open world. Like we started here. It actually reminds me, if you've played the more modern Tomb Raider games, they're kind of these mini instances of open world, where like this was a pretty lengthy region, then we moved on, now we've been exploring this kind of lengthy region, then we'll go on to here, and then I'm guessing that's the end, that island over there. Or it's like little dashes of open world stringed together. I do have like a homeward bone kind of item. Oh yeah, that does take you back there. Good call. I thought that took you back to your last resting point. Okay. Yeah, good call. That does take us right back to town. I only have 3 left. Yeah, I think Microsoft might have paid for some kind of timed exclusivity. I'm sure this will come to PS4 eventually. This will sell pretty well on PlayStation. A lot of Soulslike fans there. Man, this place is kind of a pain in the butt. I just need to get to where I need to get. A lot of vertical barriers blocking my way. Alright, forward and left. I know. Oh, we can't get up that way. This region is really hard to tell how to get where. Nowhere near a Skyrim-sized world, no. This game's size looks like maybe a little bigger than like a Breath of the Wild region. Just one, you know, one of those like corner regions or whatever, how they're segmented. Looks maybe just like a little bit bigger than one of those. Unless there's some entire other map than that map we can look at right now.
Keep the
Which
light.
I doubt.
Hide it. Keep it. Save it.
And we haven't seen a bonfire in forever, or a checkpoint. What is that? Oh, right when I say that. Yeah, that's why PlayStation feels like the home of Soulslikes. It still does. Not only because of Demon Souls, but the best Souls-like Bloodborne as well. It almost feels bad playing Souls games on anything not on PlayStation.
So let's see what them nifty artifacts you found can do, eh?
I usually play them first on PlayStation, and then I'll get the better frame rate version, PC version. That's what I did with Dark Souls 3.
Touch both rod and stone to the wall. And those rocks... These rocks touch both...
Are you the Diasora pup? What? Oh, that's probably a boss. Well, we got some stuff to turn in at town, but if I go back to town now, we're gonna have to trek all the way back here. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and try to finish this one off. At least we have that checkpoint now. I have quite a bit of currency on me. We need 10,000 to get that talisman. That was like the rare one. What exactly is Ashen? Good call. Dark Souls style game mixed with a semi-open world RPG. With quests and a map. And side quests. Only thing different than a traditional RPG, you don't just level up. That was a cheap placement. I don't know if I agree with that specific ambush. You can kind of see him. I will make it past this dog without taking damage. Wait, how do I just heal? My buddy heal me? Is it Ash or Snow? I think it's Ash. Doesn't seem to be like rigid. Dang, that guy wanted payback. I've heard a lot of people asking about the multiplayer and co-op. I cannot confirm that it hasn't worked for me, nor have I seen anyone confirm that it's working either. So if you're buying this game for multiplayer or co-op, I would hold off right now. Maybe contact the devs, see what's up. I haven't had time, I've been doing this to try to contact anybody. But I primarily bought the game for just playing by myself. Co-op would be a nice thing I would want to do eventually, but I went in expecting single player. How is the stat system? You mean like how you like advance your character? Well, there's no tradition. You don't level up traditionally. I don't think there's even a stat screen other than this. Yeah, this shows everything. So your health and stamina only upgrade by completing quests and by also finding certain items that are scattered around the world. They're like feathers. So the game encourages you to explore around these regions and rewards you with permanent stat bonuses along with those quests. Apart from that, you can upgrade stuff in town like your weapons. I have both of these to pretty much +1 version of themselves. You have better armor, and then you also have talismans, which give various bonuses, kind of like a ring slot. But no, there's no like strength, dexterity, luck, or anything I'm distributing myself. Oh yeah, that's right, I do need to try parrying. Yeah, I'll try that on the next guy. Seemed like a lifetime ago I mentioned that. This whole like region, I'm starting to feel like I'm lost in the desert kind of feeling. Dude, let me try to parry. That's gonna be almost impossible with this guy. Me first. Bad timing. Yeah. It seems like it just bashes them. How's the difficulty? It's not too terribly hard compared to like a normal video game. For a Soulslike, it's actually on the more moderate to low side of difficult. But wouldn't say it's easy though. Hard but fair so far. It controls really well, so I'm not having any kind of too many cheap deaths. And if a game controls pretty well, I usually have a far better time at avoiding death. I don't feel like you could really like over level areas, but the difficulty can be kind of random according to this NPC system or this your buddy. Sometimes they can make areas drastically easier. Sometimes the game doesn't feel like giving you a partner, sometimes it does. A little hit and miss with that. Well, it's definitely a boss, and we used up a lot of our health. So we're gonna go top off and then go try that boss. We might actually need to upgrade some of our stuff. We'll see how much damage we're doing. I was trying to avoid going back to town just yet. No, it's nowhere near Master Mode level in Breath of the Wild, no. But that's a little, that's not a good gauge of difficulty, that's a little, what's the word? Exaggerated difficulty, or like, fake difficulty? Master Mode? Like, if they would have made, like, the AI better, maybe more, I don't know, different moves to the enemies rather than just pumping up how much damage they do and how much damage you do. But they did add, like, those, like, enemies that are floating around on balloons or whatever, but, Alright, I just need to get to this boss. Alright, comment guy. Take it easy, bud. Thanks for watching. Alright, boss number 2. Yeah, I actually just played through Knights of the Old Republic for the first time, actually earlier this year. It was good. I respect what it did at the time. I think it's, you know, some elements obviously have aged better than others. It's one of those games I didn't love, but I respect people that love it from when they played it in the correct time when it came out. Kind of like a game like Final Fantasy VII, because I didn't play that back then. I was busy playing like Ocarina of Time. So I've never been able to capture the magic love for Final Fantasy VII that everybody else has, but I see what people see in it. Yeah, we probably could have used one more weapon upgrade before this guy. Not doing huge chunks off that health. Actually, you know what the difficulty feels like if you played this year's God of War game? Just playing that game on normal. It feels similar to God of War on normal, where it's just like that kind of just fine right there in the middle difficulty. Not bashing your head against the wall, you do die against things that are hard. A well-paced normal difficulty. Some might say maybe a little on the easy side for a Soulslike. I don't know necessarily if this guy is easy, or that I'm just managing it well. Except for that. Can we revive our guy? Come on, buddy. Nice. He was actually a little easier than the first boss. Oh, we were talking Knights of the Old Republic. I just played that for the first time this year, actually. Stark Force is the first-person shooter. I think I've played a little bit of that. So that was the second boss of the game. Runic Axe. Yeah, we were just talking about God of War. That sounds familiar. For me, the best Star Wars game is Rogue Squadron 2. I tried Republic Commandos back in the day, like when it first came out. I don't remember liking it that much. I'm never a fan of issuing commands to AI buddies, ever. I always just like being a singular unit. It's probably why I don't like RTS games that much. Oh, so you can fast travel to very specific... Okay. Sweet. I don't know if we just got that or we could fast travel this whole time from those two places, but we definitely have it now. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of town maintenance, turn in some stuff, and probably wrap up the stream here in the next 10 to 15 minutes. If anybody has any lingering questions. Beat 2 bosses today, not too bad. Pretty good progress. How far are we on the map? Looks like we're about to enter the 3rd region. 3, maybe 4, 5, 6 regions, seems like. Yeah, so this is the town, and you know, these things have been popping up. They've been expanding and building the town the more people you get. So yeah, your town definitely does level up as you progress.
Thank you. I'll get to tinkering with this vial straight away. Might be that it cleanses the ash somehow, dissolving the dregs of light. While I'm fingers deep in noxious goop, you best go hunting again. Yokel mentioned some Einar in the hillsides.
Prophet
I took a
Standard.
look.
What is that? Oh, it's a different kind of spear. I don't really use the spears that much. We'll make one. Oops. No, they didn't have anything for Death Stranding at the Game Awards. Alright, so we're gonna buy that big talisman we found before. Relic. So it does damage, so this is new. It's almost like a spell. Orbs appear when striking enemies. Maybe not like a spell, just a passive maybe. Definitely want that. Crazy thing on our head now. Hey, that guy's making slow but steady progress. He doesn't look Amish, just give him a break. Alright, so we gotta unequip one of these. How do you unequip? Oh, right here. I see. Alright, so apparently when we hit people now, I know we have a few other things to turn in. I'm gonna go test that real quick. That sounds too cool not to try. Where is somebody? Wait, did that relic add that headpiece? What do those orbs do? They just attack guys? No, co-op's not working, or altogether the multiplayer's not working for anyone that I've heard, so I don't buy this yet for multiplayer or co-op. Do some research and see when people get it working. Yeah, I've had nobody report that's working. Yeah, we have we get some orbs above our head when we attack now. I didn't really get to see them do anything, but I think I get it. Hey, Danger, when you get in Smash.
Yeah, with all this.
Are we smashing later? So I'm gonna go play some Smash right after this. Alright, Drippy. Take it easy. This game like starts off kind of slow, but it's like all of a sudden it's like, man, this is getting cool. Doesn't start off slow isn't like necessarily bad, just kind of slow to get impressive, if that makes any sense. Like the longer it goes on, the more it's differentiating itself from a Dark Souls. game. Where at first you're like, oh, I see what they're doing here. It's starting to slowly become its own thing.
There's those of us that have a taste.
Alright. What else can I turn in here? I'm gonna go turn this in and we'll probably wrap it up there.
Can't say I've ever.
Thick rune smashed. Enemies dead. The way home is open, and we got to ride a Diasaura pup. That was more fun than a wet fish in a pot full of eyeballs. That crimson gourd of yours is pretty sweet. But I can make it even sweeter. Come to me, table, and I'll see about making the sap more potent. Crimson gourds are...
Okay. Make our healing item even better.
I like the chops of this town you're setting up. Reckon I'll stick around for a bit. Before I get too comfy, though, there's something I need to sort out. The pass to the Whispers is open, but my tribe still haven't come through. There was meant to be an escape, but I reckon it got trampled by those listener thugs again. Gararon's kin, see? They got me tribe wrapped up tight in their chains. We've got to find Granny Nella and ask her what happened.
You gain the ability to open doors reserved for companions on your own. What? So we did come across one door where it required 2 people. Or your AI partner to be there. Huh. So if you really want to go solo, you can put that on and then turn on Disable AI Companion. It takes a while to get to that point where you know, you get that rune, but if you really don't like the AI companion, you can do that. I've only come across one of those doors that require 2 people though, yet. I guess it was like a dungeon. Actually, no, that was where the first boss was. We had to go there. Alright, so I'm gonna upgrade my healing and then probably stop there. This will expand how many uses we can do. Looks like there's a whole nother permanent potion slot we can get. We haven't come across that yet. Wonder what that's for. Yeah, Ripper, I'm really impressed with this, actually. For going in knowing next to nothing. Having a lot of fun with it. Alright, so we can make our axe go to 150, 163. We also have this other axe. And its first upgrade goes from 110 to 126. Yeah, so this one's going to be a lot better. Alright, so we got a slightly better axe. I don't think we have enough currency to upgrade it again. $4,500. How many does this give? 250? Might have to go kill a few guys. Yeah, I'll do that next play session. I'll have to remember to upgrade that. Yeah, it's on the Xbox Game Pass as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. I'm gonna go play some Super Smash Bros. On my own here for a while. And that was Ashen. Pretty cool. It's been surprising me so far. Surprising me with how well it plays. The performance is very good. The overall presentation and design is really good. And it's continuing to get better and better. Like, this whole town's starting to look really cool. When we came here, it was just like a really drab. It had this tree and a bunch of, stone. So I really like how the game's becoming its own thing here, slowly over time, instead of just feeling like too much like a Dark Souls clone. Yeah, sadly the co-op and multiplayer is not working for anybody that I know of. So hold off on a purchase if that's what you're looking for, but if you're going just for a single player experience, I mean, I'm enjoying it for the first 3 hours, definitely. So yeah, thanks for everybody who watched, and the people who came back for part 2 here after we had a little hiatus this afternoon. And this has been Deadite, and thanks for watching, guys.